a strange and murky place. Let's open up this conversation. Joining us on the broadcast, I have Sharad Kohli with us, Gautam Mukherjee is with us, Amjad Ayub Mirza is with us. He's joining us from the UK, and Barrister Ali Tahir is with us. Barrister Tahir, I appreciate you joining us on this telecast. We are in unhappily difficult times, and under those unhappily difficult times, obviously we will be having unhappily difficult conversation, but let's try to make the best of it, sir. Can you help us understand what was the issue with this Cholistan project?
Thank you very much for having me on your show. First of all, I do understand that the region has a little bit of disturbance, but let me, just start first off by saying that I am somebody who believes that if this region has to develop, all of us have to live in peace. And the saner minds from both sides of the region have to come together, and we have to decide that whatever we are doing, other regions are not doing this. Europe did not develop out of the blue. They developed because they had cooperation, they had freedom of movement, they had freedom of people, they had freedom of goods, freedom of services, and this is something that any reasonable, sane mind would have to sit down and talk about. Obviously, on both sides, you'll find the hawks who would say, okay, I'm more powerful, I'll destroy you, I'm more powerful, I'll destroy you. So I'm the sort of the first person.
I'm sorry to interrupt you there, sir, but are you trying to say that the people in Pakistan who considered that they are the more powerful country?
Sorry, can you come
there
again?
There are people in Pakistan who think that Pakistan is the more powerful country.
I mean, there are people in India, there are people in Pakistan, there are people in Bangladesh, there are people in the USA. You see the social media, you will.
No, the US is a powerful country. So if they think they're a powerful country, they'd be right. But people in Pakistan think that they are a very powerful country.
I mean, if you're trying to insult me here.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm asking, is that the general perception?
I'd have a quirk back over as well, but I would not melt down that immaturity.
No, sir. My question was, what is the Cholistan project? Your answer was that people think we are powerful countries.
Sorry?
I wanted to ask you about the Cholistan project. So I'll go back to that question. What is the Cholistan project?
Yes, thank you very much. So let's go back to that rather than have immature quirks at each other. Now, if we go back to where Cholistan is, now the Cholistan project, I am a big opponent of that. I've remained an opponent of that. Just yesterday, the government has already announced that they're going to cancel that project. They're going to nex it. And I think that says scores about the fact that we in Pakistan, especially the regions of Balochistan and Sindh, we have our say in the Federal Democratic Republic that Pakistan is, and we've had our voice heard as well. That project has been nexed. Of course, there were reservations in Pakistan about it. I was one of the, perhaps one of the people who...
What was the reason for the reservations, sir? What was the concern?
Of course, you see, so the region I live in is a lower riparian area. And if water has to be stored in an upper riparian area or it has to be diverted there, perhaps there has to be more consultation about it. The stakeholders need to be taken on board. And this is something that has to be approved by the majority at large.
No, I appreciate your semantical representation of lower riparian and upper riparian. Could I translate that for the people, sir? To suggest that the water would have gone to South Punjab instead of Sindh?
Sorry?
The water would have been channeled to South Punjab instead of Sindh? Is that roughly what would have happened?
And yes, that is the idea why there was agitation.
Okay, so there was agitation. Now, so now we have been told that this project has been scrapped amid uncertainty about the Indus Waters Treaty. So, was the protest on this ongoing? Was there an issue up until 2 days ago, or did this issue start 2 days ago?
No, the issue was there for quite a long time, to be very honest, and this has been going on for pretty much a couple of months now. Of course, the agitation took what you would say a more strong wave last week, and that is why the federal government had to back down, and they said, okay, we're not going to go ahead, we're not going to build these canals. If you would see, I actually have a column that was published today in the news. It's the largest Pakistani English newspaper that is read over in Pakistan, and that I've already discussed all of what you've said. So the prime concern really was the water availability, whether would be some regions where water would not reach if these canals were made. Now, insofar as the Indus Water Treaty goes, this is, of course, we understand, a part of customary international law as well. Now, the mediator who sits.
I'm going to come to that next, because I'm just trying to understand internal developments preceding the suspension of the Indus Water Treaty, which happened less than 2 days ago. So you are saying that this protest was going on for some time before that happened. Is there a concern in certain quarters, sir, that the ruling establishment of Pakistan, most of whom, all the prime ministers and army chiefs, happen to come from one specific region, were trying to steal water from other parts of Pakistan?
Well, I mean, to be very honest, I'm not going to wash my dirty laundry in front of you. Insofar as your answer is concerned, I would just, very blandly give you a no. This is not a concern within the academic or intellectual circles within Pakistan. Absolutely
Okay.
not.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. All right. So let me get